Welcome to a special coffee with yours truly, Dragon in the Sun. It'll be special meditation coffee. First and foremost, I want to say that I'm grateful, thankful that my rent is paid in full for July, my electricity bill is paid in full for July, and half of my phone bill is paid in full for many of us today. Post-COVID and during COVID, we're still during COVID as cases increases, myself included yesterday, just came out of a 11-day quarantine, self-isolated for 11 days, and was of course yesterday tested negative, although I'm still coughing a bit today. So please brothers and sisters, when you step outside, increase in hygiene, wash, rub, disinfect the hands, wash the hands with soap and sanitizer, sanitize. Unfortunately, yesterday on my long march, I did a more than 9 hours and 33 minutes since I've left and came back, although I did go and come back and drop some goods, but just drop in and out twice, and then the third time. But more total marching yesterday in steel toe boots. I did more than 8.5 hours of shopping, marching, dance, meditation, and art. So I'm still a bit sore. I was very sore this morning, early at 7 in the morning until about 8:30 for about an hour and a half. I was very sore as I started moving, doing things, and of course I am doing laundry. So after 40 minutes or so, the duration for my laundry machine to stop, I will have to pause this video since I am working from home. Triple vaccinated, open for business, please. Adrian Hannah Dragon, androgynous pansexual, founder of the dancing goddess in the Dragon Kingdom, urges all to increase in hygiene in public. When you step outside in the public, we're no longer just private citizens. We're also public citizens with public responsibilities, added duties and obligations. And one of it is the hygiene. See, I'm open carrying my disinfectant. So please rub, wash hands. I've noticed yesterday a lot of people taking it lax, more lax attitude. My brothers and sisters, fellow citizens, we gotta do it. There's microbes, germs, and bacteria. There's germs, microbes, and bacteria. There are these things, bacteria, germs, and microbes. They're a part of our world. We're consciously not always aware of the micro at the micro level. See, there's a tiny little fly or something on the computer screen. I know it's so small, very small and tiny. It's a couple of millimeters. It's not even a centimeter. So behind millimeters, we also have lower than millimeters, right? So after at the nano particle level of universe of reality which exists. So we have bacteria, we have germs, we have microbes, just like a microchips. Now in a parallel life, science, innovation, and technology is my chosen path, where supercomputers, satellites, ICBM rockets, and microchips, and smartphones and software, that's all I do in that parallel life. In this life, I am an independent artist, an independent athlete, an independent activist, AAA, and also a philosopher, a geopolitical analyst and theorist, universal revolutionary centrist, a universal spiritual teaching student. I'm learning every day. My spirituality is connecting and nature and civilization, and the physicality of the body being also spiritualized is the philosophy. My philosophy is, of course, the body. This body is a temple for pleasure and purpose. This body is a temple for pleasure and purpose. This body is a temple for pleasure and purpose. So please, brothers and sisters, fellow citizens, local, from Hawk Island, Montreal, from Hawk Island, Lake Montreal, from Hawk Island, Lake Montreal, Quebec, Canada, North America, to the whole world, east, west, north, south. Increasing hygiene as much as you can. Disinfect the hands, rub, Wash with soap or open carry disinfectant. Just click it and wash it. Yesterday, I did a lot of washing from the places, but I noticed less and less people do it. And I went in about 3 stores, in and out, buying and shopping for essential goods, essential goods, essential goods. Bananas. I'm grateful, thankful for the bananas. I'm gonna do a meditation on the bananas now. I saw those bananas, which have. They come from Colombia. That way, that way, that way. And the motto of the dancing goddess army kingdom is, the motto of the dancing goddess army kingdom is, the motto of the dancing goddess and the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom. The dancing goddess army's motto, the army of the dancing goddess, which I'm calling all willingly living to support mission, vision, and philosophy thereof. The dancing goddess army, dancing goddess army. Its motto, M-O-T-T-E-O motto, and philosophical, spiritual, social, political, financial dictum is all, A-L-L, A-L-L, all the fruits, all the vegetables, all the legumes, all fruits, all vegetables, all legumes, all legumes, all vegetables, all fruits, all grain, 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 all the grains are made, created, and produced by the dance of the goddess with her brother the sun. The sun now rises, it's still morning. What time is it now? It's 10:24 in the morning and Friday, July 22nd. It's July 22nd, 10:24 a.m. in the morning. It's 10:24 when I'm doing this video now. A real raw, real revolutionary, unedited with what I have, because this is the only camera application that I have on this laptop. So the image is not the best quality HD, but it's mostly my communication, my philosophy, my art. My style rapping a little bit about the sun, dance it, twerk it, flick it, lick it, kiss it. Kiss it, work it, kiss the workers, kiss the farmers, kiss the truckers, kiss the grocery store clerks, yeah? Twerk for the farmers, twerk and dance for the farmers, kiss and hug them, love them, kiss them, bust them on the sunlight, satellites, yeah, Elon Musk give Dragan some push-ups for that world peace. The leaders say world peace, when the push-ups on the leash, please, bitch. I do rap a little bit. Be excused, pardon. An underground rapper also. I wanna be rapper. Hobby rapper. Hobby rapper. Hobby rapper. The motto of the dancing goddess army is all the fruits, all the vegetables, and all the legumes, all the legumes, all the vegetables, and all the fruits, all vegetables, all legumes, all legumes, all vegetables, all fruits are made, created, and designed by the dance of the goddess with her brother, the sun. And now it's 10:24, 5 maybe already a minute past, and that dance continues, and all the light and life and light should be shed on me, you, well, depending where when you watch or where, of course, but on that location. So do this meditation now on all of Canada now, coast to coast, east and west. I'm in Hakala, Montreal, so I'm east. I'm on the east coast, New York time zone, east, EST, Eastern Standard Time Zone, Eastern Standard Time, on the east and on the west. But right now, at this moment in time, so much light, life and light is shed on Canada, United States of America, of which yours truly was born in the USA twice in past lives, 156 years ago that way, 718 miles from here, served in the US Army. So much light and life and light is being shed at this moment in time on Canada, coast to coast. It's early in the morning on the west coast. It's 7:20 something, because it's 3 hour difference. Vancouver, British Columbia. It's Vancouver, British Columbia, Vancouver, BC, British Columbia. A big environmental truck just passed. Environmental truck for the environment with the compost processing. So I'm gonna send a love, kiss, hug, kiss you, hug you, love you, that big, huge metal, iron or steel, maybe even some steel, some metal, some iron truck that works for the environment. Collection of the compost which passed. yesterday. So thank you, love you, kiss you. That work is all workers, farmers, truckers, grocery store clerks, construction workers, butchers, bakers, harvesters, those who harvested this coffee. To finish before I digress, all the light and life and light is being shed coast to coast on Canada, United States of America, Mexico, North America, Central America, Guatemala, El Salvador, Panama, Costa Rica, Honduras, Central America, the islands, Cuba, Haiti, Dominican Republic, Jamaica, Barbados, the islands, then going to South America, Colombia, Venezuela, Bolivia, the Guyanas, French Guiana, Suriname, Peru, Chile, Ecuador, Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, Brazil. So on all the continent of the Americas, all the countries, hundreds of millions of people, the life being shed right now at this moment. I don't separate the divine, the spiritual, the holy from nature, from the sun, from this. I'm surrounded by a lot of concrete here in Hawk Island, Montreal, but there's still a lot of flora. There's still a lot of trees in the streets, and I live on an island. It's my home for many, many, many years, and my home in many past lives. Hawk Island, Montreal, North America. Reach the island because we're surrounded by a big river. We are surrounded by a big river. We are surrounded by a big river. Reached a million people. It already was a metropolis in the 1930s. 1931, it reached a million. Now we're 2.5 million. For the whole metropolitan North and South Shore, it's 4.5 million. The second biggest metropolis city in Canada, which has almost 38 million. So all the light and life and light being shed now, fertilizing the black fertile earth, fertilizing the black fertile earth, fertilizing the black fertile earth, making fruits, vegetables, legumes, and grain by that dance. Of course, when I say the dance, I'm referring in a more mystical, more spiritual, more holy, more esoteric, occult even way of saying the dance of the forgotten goddess with her brother the sun. And that dance is continuous. It has danced and will dance and is dancing now. Right? So all that dance, all that life being shed now, fertilizing the black fertile earth is being shed at this moment in time. Making, creating, producing fruits, vegetables, and legumes. Fruits, vegetables, and legumes. Vegetables, fruits, and legumes. At this moment in time. Fruits, vegetables, and legumes. Being made. Bananas, bananas, bananas. Finish my meditation on the bananas and on the coffee. I don't know the origins of the coffee, but what I do know for sure is that the black coffee bean, which comes from a red berry, the black coffee bean, brown, black, sometimes even golden coffee bean comes from a red berry. Black, golden sometimes comes from a red berry. And it says dark roast, so I know it's dark roast, but I don't know the country of origin. So it could be from Colombia, could be from Brazil, could be from Ethiopia, could be from Uganda, could be from Vietnam, could be from the American continent, Americas, South America, Central America, Cuba, could be from Africa, could be from Asia. Vietnam produces a lot of coffee now. But I do know that it was made, produced, and created initially by the dance of the forgotten goddess with her brother the sun. All all other fruits, vegetables, and legumes, and grain are being made by that dance. That our brothers and sisters, farmers, harvest all those fruits, vegetables, and legumes, and grain for us to make, upgrade, or maintain civilization. So thank you, my brothers and sisters, farmers, and the truckers that came on the truck, and all involved in the production, and distribution. The farmers who harvested. Harvested those fruits, fruit. What's a fruit? It has nutrients, it has minerals, elements of the black, from the black fertile earth. The elements, the nutrients, the vitamins within the black fertile earth. And I say in a more mystical, spiritual, esoterical way, the forgotten goddess, because to me, it's also the goddess. A lot of people say God, God, God. Adrian Hannah Dragon also says goddess. I say dragon. Dragon whose eye is the sun. The dragon whose eye is the sun. The dragon whose eye is the sun. Of course, it's how we relate to creation, this universe, this mysterious. And I, as a universal spiritual teaching student, because I'm a spiritual teaching student, I don't know it all. I don't have the dogma. I have philosophies, teachings, rituals. One of the rituals is working out, training, exercise. How come? Because the philosophy, physical, psychological, and even spiritual, is the body is a temple for pleasure and purpose. And how do we invest in the body? By working out, training, exercise, and coupled with hygiene and then good nutrition. So a trinity: working out, training, exercising regularly, hygiene, and good nutrition. So my brothers and sisters, please, 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 fellow citizens, increase in washing, rubbing, disinfecting the hands. Increase rubbing, disinfecting the hands. Increase in rubbing the hands with sanitizer, alcohol sanitizer, whatever sanitizer, or soap and water, soap and water, soap and water. Because I've noticed, unfortunately, as the androgynous pansexual founder of the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom, I gotta say that I'm a bit disappointed in yesterday's march. A bit disappointed, a bit disappointed. I could do better. I don't play it self-righteous. You see my videos, raw, real, and edited. I admit that I have issues. I admit that I have lusts. I admit that I have aggression, for example. But I channel it, and have been channeling it for years. I put in more work, physical work, psychological work, philosophical work, spiritual work, artistic work than all the leaders of the free world combined. NATO. During COVID, yours truly, Hannah Dragon, put in more physical, philosophical, artistic, and spiritual work than all the leaders of the free world combined. I put in more spiritual, physical, philosophical, psychological, and artistic work, more in those realms than all the leaders of the free world combined during NATO. Brother, Stolberg, Secretary General of NATO, my brothers, leaders of the free world, NATO. I see you reading a lot from a piece of paper in the news. Sometimes I say, can't you memorize that, at least a paragraph, since I assume you don't have to cook for yourselves. You don't have to do your laundry and most of whatever. Assume. We assume much. No, little ask questions. It's important to ask questions. Sometimes I don't have all the answers. But with all that and all, I admit also that I am mediocre in certain things. I am average, I'm so-so. Certain sports, certain things, areas of construction or handiness. I can cook, I can clean, I can wash, I can philosophize, I can write, I can dance, I can write, I can create, I can rap, I can do a lot of these things. Philosophize, great, super, excellent at geopolitical analysis, super great. To analyze complex geopolitical elements, divergent trends within societies and cultures and civilizations as a whole. Creator of some philosophical theories such as the collective North American civilization, which is my geopolitical philosophical theory. The North American collective civilization, the collective North American civilization. Basically, that North America constitutes a collective civilization that has emerged in response and as a reaction to Western civilization, nations of Western civilization being at war with each other. That's my theories. I'm great at analyzing geopolitical analysis, theories, even psychological, sexual, psychosexual combined in my own self. I have lust. Part of the LGBTQ community. I love pussy. I love cock. I love pussy. I love cock. Don't mind about me. I got a tiny little androgynous scar clitoris, cock clitoris. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Now that we got that out of the way, that I have a tiny, 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 we could perhaps do more push-ups, do more squats, do more hawks. Please wash more hands when you go in public. It doesn't matter how big, small, tiny, like mine. If we want to be in this together, we have to address economic, financial, commercial, financial, economic. So I'm calling for the Dragon arm of security of service, security and service, service and security. For security and service 21st century, the Dragon Army, International Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Force, aka the Dragon Army. International Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Force, aka the Dragon Army. International Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Force, 7 words, colloquially street name, Dragon Army. To be of security and service. To be for security and for service, for both. To be for both security and service. Services, after we secure food, housing, and transport for all, securing food, housing, and transport for all, securing food, housing, and transport for all by a public-private partnership. And so, and so, the implementation of my trinity of theories, the trinity of theories known as the citizen integration theory, democratic fusion theory, and debt refusion theory. That trinity of theories, which have written over many years. Citizen integration theory, debt refusion theory, and democratic fusion theory. The holy, sacred, and divine trinity of the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom of yours truly, Adrian Hanna Dragon's theories and philosophy. Theories that I'm calling for their implementation. Yours truly, androgynous, pansexual founder of the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom. Calling all willingly loving. Willingly loving. Love is action. That's the philosophy. Philosophy is love is action. If it's just blah blah blah, you know. And I've been disillusioned. I've been through depression. I was suicidal rock bottom. Now I am living in the worst financial crisis of my life. Interest rates went up for the first time in 22 years. Bank of Canada, pop, went up. Who's gonna pay more interest? Even me, I checked yesterday at the bank for my debt. Now it went the high. I'm gonna have to pay the highest interest rate. So they didn't lose no time to up the interest. There's no probation or no leniency, or right away it went up my interest that I have to pay on the debt to the RBC. I owe $10,000 to the Royal Bank of Canada. That's why I'm auctioning this for $10,000. It's red shorts for $10,000. A red shirt for $10,000. Green, this green one for special because it's gonna have put some dragon sweat on it. See? So I added up to 77,000. This hat for 10,000. Pay off my debt to the RBC. The government of Quebec is asking me for $2,200 back. XYZ, I'm not going to go into the details, but nonetheless, I'm living in a economic, financial, commercial crisis, in a commercial, financial, economic crisis. But besides that debt, my brothers and sisters, to the RBC, 10,000, RBC 10,000 to the Royal Bank of Canada, only 10,000 to the government of Quebec, which want to trade with my fellow Quebecois. And I'm a Quebecer, I'm a North American, I'm a Quebecer. I love French, write philosophy, art, poetry also in French. I also speak Spanish. He's asking me for $2,200 back. Well, I'm willing to trade. I'd stay a whole weekend, Saturday and Sunday, at the Assemblée Nationale at Quebec City, where the government meets. I'll just hug and kiss, right, and recite poetry for all who come there. All the Quebecers to come out. Kiss them, hug them, recite poetry. Fair exchange to 2,200. 2 days extra. Good, good hugs, good kisses. Cause kisses got 718 trillions of kisses got. Kisses I got. Money I don't have. I'm broke, but my work is gold. I'm broke. I admit it, but my work is gold. I'm broke, but my work is gold. Right? But, and admitting that in some things I am mediocre. I admit it. I'm mediocre. Some things I am average. I admit it. Some things I'm so-so. Guilty. Some things I'm even fucking useless. One time again, I say it again. I had a difficulty changing a light bulb. Mess the whole rim. I can learn. I'm learning every day. Parallel life, parallel self, which gives me headaches connecting with the parallel self because get documents that are 50,000, more than 50,000 pages to read, so get a headache from that. The parallel self, myself in that parallel timeline, parallel universe, sends me thousands of pages of to read, gives me headaches. Too much technical stuff. Too much technical stuff. Don't hack me, CSIS, Canadian Secret Service, NSA, NSA, CIA, United States Secret Service, spy, FSB, KGB, Stasi. Well, the Stasis don't exist anymore. They were for more than 40 years in Eastern Germany. They were really notorious Stasi. The Socialist People's Republic of Germany, which was known as East Germany, right? FSB, KGB now is FSB or whatever. Russian. Mossad. Mossad. How sad, must sad. Don't hack me. Said I got a tiny little, small, tiny, micro, androgynous scar clip. It's clip day. Now that we got that out of the way, we'll talk about my Trinity of theories written over years of struggle. And yes, I'm a homosexual, well, pansexual, which includes being homosexual, bisexual, LGBTQ community, pride, baby. Love you. Kiss, pledge your allegiance, pledge your allegiance, pledge your allegiance. I'm a rainbow dragon. Tiny little look, but I got a big red booty. Tiny little look, but I got a big red booty. Tiny little look, but I got a big red booty. Insuring the booty for more than a trillion. More booty than King K. A trinity of theories was written over many years. Periods of suffering, struggle into depression. Still made the libraries of the city of Hokkaido, Montreal my second home. And the tens of thousands of books my friends made the libraries of the city of Hokkaido, Montreal my second home. And the tens of thousands of books my friends made the libraries of the city of Hokkaido, Montreal my second home. And the tens of thousands of books my friend. And read tens of thousands of books. Tens of thousands of books on all subjects: philosophy, art, civilization, finance, trade, culture, religion, spirituality, self-help. And at the same time, I wrote tens of thousands of pages of philosophy, creative ideas, poetry, theories, of which I've shared many of them publicly with the public on this internet, on the public, on the internet. Right now, I'm not far from my room of St. Temple. It's 2 steps away. Literally 2 meters right there. My underground, literally underground room of St. Temple serves as a room of St. Temple. the library, studied, read, wrote on USB keys by hand, tens of thousands of philosophies, theories. And I firmly believe now, today, 2022 in July, the implementation of my trinity of theories best at this point in time where we are, locally, nationally, and internationally. And it's North American. My policy for North America is one border, two oceans. One border, two oceans. My policy for North America is one border, two oceans. We got two oceans here, North Americans. Two oceans. Pacific, Atlantic, Atlantic, Pacific. And on all the North America and Central America and Latin America, the sun sheds light, life, and light, fertilizing the black fertile earth. We use the water with the rain, the water. Matter of fact, just watered some plants earlier this morning. Water some plants earlier this morning. And not only in the America, but also let's see what time zone is in. Was 10:49 here in Hawk Island, Montreal. In Cairo, where I was born in many past lives. In Cairo, the city of the pyramids. It's 4:49 p.m. 4:49 p.m. See? Yo. Yo, Betty? Need a second, my sister's calling. Need a second. Betty, did you call me? Black stuff? One of the banana went bad. Supposedly my sister said because I left the banana in the sun, so I'm gonna go get one to eat. I'm gonna get the bad one and eat it. I'm gonna go get the bad one and eat it. I'm gonna get the bad banana and eat it. Hold on. It's just gonna keep on rolling, so it's just gonna be a minute. Time's gonna keep rolling on. We'll just pause it now. Most of the times my sister's interventions are great, so this was the case. She managed to salvage the bananas. I had left the bananas and I'm grateful. First, before I say my mistake, correction, my sister corrected. Intervention just in time, I guess. I had left the bananas on the counter and the sun, and we're in the bag and the sun was hitting them, right? So they got enough sun. They got enough dance to be created and made, and now they were time to be eaten and consumed. And of course, I'm grateful because I got the whole bag, about 12 bananas, 13 maybe bananas for $2 Canadian. They were put to be sold because they had to be sold. So here they are, but they're going a bit black. They're turning black. They're still good. I eat them black also. I don't mind. They're from Colombia, Holland. So they traveled. Let's do a meditation on these bananas. So these bananas were made, created, and produced by the dance of the goddess with her brother the sun. As all the fruits, vegetables, and legumes are. And some of my brothers or sisters harvested these bananas, right? So I'm gonna have to use it. Don't go food waste, right? See, this starting to go bad, and this one also starting with the tip, right? I don't want to do food waste. No food waste, no food waste. Try to eliminate food waste. Times are tough. Bananas are going up in price. I was lucky to get a bag like this for $2, $2 Canadian. Even my own debt, $10,000 to the RBC due to the Bank of Canada raised the interest rates. We need a little financial literacy. What does that mean? The first time for one full point, 100 basis points, what called one percentage basically. For the first time in 22 years, always raised it by a quarter, 25 basis points, 50 basis points. One full point since the 90s, 1998 August. So in more than 22 years, that was the highest that the Central Bank of Canada, just like the Federal Reserve is raising its rates. European Central Bank, who governs the euro, because the euro, they adopted the euro, the common currency known as the euro. Right. So these bananas in Colombia, they have Colombian peso. About $1 Canadian is about 3,000 or 2,000, 3,000 something pesos. So the exchange rate. How much for a kilo of bananas in Colombia? Good question. I don't know. I could speculate. In Canadian cents, in pesos, it's in pesos, Colombian pesos. For a kilo of bananas, got a tiny red spider. See? Wow. Tiny, tiny red spider. Tiny, tiny red spider. That's a good omen. Red is my favorite color. The Dragon Army rises. The Dragon Army rises. Who Dragon Army? You Dragon Army? You're gonna follow leaders that don't even say, yeah, I love you? You're gonna follow orders from leaders that don't even say, I love you, man? Y'all gonna follow orders from leaders who don't even say, I love you anymore. West Side Free World, right? Yeah. Not me. Not Dragon. Dragon fights his own battles. Have something against me personally. Can duo, can tango, dance, put on gloves, rock and roll, baby. Tango, tango, tango. Get down and dirty. Challenge me, old school duo. I'm 22 with new philosophy of Rainbow Dragon. These bananas were made, created, and produced by the dance of the goddess with a brother sun. That's a good question. How much is a kilo, pound, let's say? A pound of banana average price now in Hakka and Montreal is about 80 cents. I even saw 129. I said 129 for a pound. Wow, for a pound, it's 454 grams. Like, for a kilo, like $2 something. I never seen so high prices of bananas. So I seen this in July, 129, 149. Sometimes even 79, 69 is good price now. It used to be what, 39 cents, 49 cents. It used to be. I remember 39 cents. I remember even 19 cents for a pound when they were going bad. But in Colombia, the price is in bulk, and for a pound, I assume it would be about maybe 10 cents, 15 cents Canadian, even less maybe, when they grow, because they grow there. So it got transported. And this banana, which initially was made, created, and produced by the dance of the goddess with her brother the sun, as all vegetables and legumes are made. Mm. Mm. So good. That's another big truck from a worker of the city. Something to do with the water. Thank you, love you, hug you, kiss you, all workers of the city, construction, sanitation workers. Thank you, love you, hug you, kiss you, all workers of the city, this big metropolis. How many bananas are across Hakka and Montreal? How many kilos? There's a number. How much? And how much does a kilo of bananas, a pound of bananas cost in Colombia? I don't know. How much does it cost in Colombia? A kilo must be maybe half than the prices here, maybe even less than half. Maybe we can get a pound of bananas in Colombia for 10 Canadian cents, which would translate as about 300 something Colombian pesos. That's a good question. Meditate on that. Because we have different currencies, different currencies, different currencies. My call proposition is for adoption of a common currency. The UE, by the implementation of my trinity of theories, which I've written over many past years of suffering, struggle, depression, being suicidal. I still made the libraries of Hokkaido my second home and the many tens of thousands of books, my friends. I've wrote tens of thousands of pages of philosophy, art, theory, of which my holy sacred divine trinity of theories, trinity of theories, a trinity of theories, trinity, citizen integration theory, debt refusion theory, and democratic fusion theory. That's trinity of theories coupled with love is action, love is action. I'm calling for the implementation of that trinity of theories, all trinity, yeah? All those theories, in order to create the two complementary covenant and cooperative institutions, the International Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Force, aka the Dragan Army, with the International Integrated Dance League, aka the Dancing Goddess. The Dragan Army to be of security and service, to secure food, housing, and transport. Secure food, housing, and transport. Secure food, housing, and transport. After we have secured those three essential elements, we can secure food, housing, and transport, and then offer the fourth dimension. Services, services, services. Services. Whatever the services is. With consent, hygiene, mutual understanding, and love. Consent, hygiene, mutual understanding, and love. And the principle that harm none, with the harm none principle, with the harm none principle. Consent, mutual understanding, hygiene, and love. All services to be potentially offered by the Dragan Army. Cooking, cleaning, washing, massaging. Maybe a trucker who delivered bananas now is driving for 6 hours, then he's gone to drive 6 hours more. 13 hours total to get to Montreal from all the way from a port on the East Coast or from Mexico with avocados or bananas. Says, I can't afford, it's too expensive to get a massage therapy. We can use a massage. Myself, I could use a good massage. Since my rent's paid in full, my electricity bill is paid in full, half of my phone bill is paid in full, trinity of bills being paid in full. Fourth dimension, services. A good massage. Tom Brady, multi-millionaire, bring your ass. When you do dragon drills, you ain't work out like dragon workout in the sun. Challenging. You try to do my workouts. Independent athlete. Some brain and some muscle, not perfect, far from it. With issues, with vices, don't play it self-righteous. Read from a piece of paper. What's the passion? Leaders of the free world. Stop voting, this millennial. Politicians, mostly bureaucrats. Stagnation. Stagnation. Fresh theories, fresh ideas. You don't even say I love you. What are we fighting for if somebody's not gonna make love tonight? If somebody's not gonna make love tonight, now or later. What are we fighting to save this free world, West Side, North America civilization for? Stock market frenzy. No, Montreal stock market now, buy, sell, trade stock, buy, sell. In New York, Wall Street. Who made $1 million today? Who made $1 million? Artists, multi-millionaire and billionaire CEOs. Rappers living in gated communities, man. Hell, listening to rappers that live in gated communities, man. Hell, listening to rappers that be living in gated communities, man. Wall Street, make $1 million. Oh My laundry's done. Laundry's done, thank you. I'm gonna have to go attend. We're gonna pause it and we shall come back to this philosophical Coffee with Dragon lecture, which continues and is ongoing. But we're gonna go and put the laundry in the sun. So we shall be back in about 5 or 10 or maybe 15 minutes. In that time, if you have somebody with consent and hygiene, make love, goddamn it. In that time with consent and hygiene, somebody make love, goddamn it. Make love, goddamn it. Massage, kiss, hug, goddamn it. We're back to work, back to work, back to work. Yours truly. Just finished finishing my laundry. Took it from the machine. Put it outside in the sun today. Will not use the dryer. We use the King's rays of light and life and heat. Yours truly, where we at, where we philosophizing, where we teaching, where we theorizing. Yours truly continuing this morning coffee. Let's see what time it is now. 11:25 a.m. It's still morning in Hawk Island, Montreal, but in Cairo, my home in many past lives, many incarnations, across nations, continents, ages, was incarnated and reincarnated, born in past lives by the Nile in ancient Egypt, by the Euphrates in ancient Sumeria and Babylon, by the Ganges, who was born in ancient India, by the Danube in ancient Rome, the Roman Empire. Here before Columbus in North America, Central America, and South America a few times even before Christopher Columbus, European colonization and the discovery by Christopher Columbus touched down in Hispaniola, 1490, 1492, a few times was incarnate born here. Aztec, Inca, Maya civilizations. Now here, 22nd of July, 2022. 20, 22. Should play a lotto, going broke. Got the money to spend, got a budget. Times are economically tough. So I got a budget on a budget. So we got a budget on a budget. Budget on a budget. It's 5:27 p.m. in Cairo, Egypt. It is 5:27 p.m. in Cairo, Egypt. It is 5:27. So they also have more than 3 hours of sun. Cause what is a heat warning again for Montreal Island area? There's a heat warning. 8:33 p.m. is the sunset here, so should be about the same in Cairo, Egypt. In Cairo, Egypt, it is 5:27 so p.m. So also the sun, the king, is shedding light on life and light and heat on Egypt now, on the pyramids now, on more than 80 million people, of my fellow brothers and sisters of Egypt, on all the Middle East, Israel. Israel, it's 6:28 p.m. Hopefully somebody's making love in Egypt now, kissing, hugging, and in Israel now, in the Middle East, Africa, my brothers and sisters in Africa, the African continent. And Berlin, it is 5:28. Berlin, it is 5:28. 5:28. So Berlin, Germany, as well as France and Spain and all of Europe. I'm not sure about the other part of, let's see, Europe, and Budapest is also 5:28. Moscow is 6:28 in Moscow. And Moscow time is 6:28. 6:28 in Moscow time. 6:28 in Moscow time. Because I'm calling for a ceasefire, calling for a ceasefire. So it's 6:28 in Moscow. Bucharest as well. 6:20, well, 1 minute past, so 6:29 in Bucharest. Bucharest is the capital of Romania. Was born a few times in past lives in Romania, Transylvania, Russia, many times around Europe, different countries. Past life was actually a banker financier in the 1700s until late 1790 or so. In Frankfurt am Main, was born and lived most of my life, although traveled as a banker, financier, engaged in commerce. In Frankfurt am Main, was born and died in Frankfurt am Main in 1700s, from 1776 till about 1811 or so. Died young, died young, died young. Was wealthy, which made it big. And in a few years, 7 years, made as one of very the top elite economic, financial, commercial elite. Don't remember morality if I get much to charity and philanthropy, so don't know about that part. What I do know is that in this life, my work is gold, although broke, and living in a financial crisis, but and have vices, have lust, have issues. But with that said, there ain't no way that I would have been that selfish. I would have had millions of dollars in my bank account, not to finance food security. I would have had millions of dollars in my bank account, not to finance food security. Ain't no fucking way. I would have been that selfish, not to finance food security. I would have had money in my bank account, millions of dollars in my bank account. With all the lusts and the vices and the issues and my temperament, which can flow sometimes more cold, sometimes hot, sometimes intense. But ain't no way that I would have not financed food security. It's important for me, food security. Have resorted to food banks myself, have resorted to food banks myself, have resorted to food banks myself, struggle financially, was open for business, have lost economic, financial, commercial continuity and opportunity due to being LGBTQ. And that's why, of course, my experience in my life, I have the Global Dragon Union calling the workers of the world, local, national, international, to join the Global Dragon Union, implement my 11 principles, holy, sacred, divine principles, and the body, implementing with the philosophy, the body is a temple for pleasure and purpose, and the world move towards a post-COVID economic, financial, commercial, social, political, philosophical world of pleasure and purpose. Pleasure for the body, for the joy, to explore the world, to explore the world, to explore the world, and to, of course, to work out, to train, to exercise, to give joy, to teach, massage, kiss, wash, massage, kiss, wash, massage, kiss, wash. Cook, prepare food, eat, dance, work out. Push ups, run, jog. Explore and attain harmony between civilization and nature, and attain harmony and equilibrium and balance between civilization and reach a balance and equilibrium and harmony between civilizational development in harmony with nature. Offer the alternatives as the mission. The Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom and Adrian Hanna Dragon, yours truly, androgynous pansexual founder thereof. To see by citizen integration and creating the Dragon Army by complementary in a covenant cooperative work with the Dancing Goddess Army, by debt refusion theory put into practice, which of course put into practice my debt refusion theory, citizen integration theory, debt refusion theory, democratic fusion theory put into practice, created two complementary covenant and cooperative institutions, the International Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Force, aka the Dragon Army, with the International Integrated Dance League, aka the Dancing Goddess Army, International Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Force, aka the Dancing Goddess Army, aka the Dragon Army, complementary covenant and cooperative way with the Dragon Army and the Dancing Goddess Army, complementary covenant and cooperative way for a new world order of world peace, international justice, security, and ensure global freedom, and attain harmony between civilization and nature. It's yours truly, Adrian Hanna Dragon, androgynous pansexual founder of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom, right here from Hawk Island, Montreal. International Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Force, aka the Dragon Army, with the International Integrated Dance League, aka the Dancing Goddess Army. Yours truly, Adrian Hanna Dragon, calling all willingly loving to implement my trinity of theories: citizen integration theory, debt refusion theory, and democratic fusion theory. Holy Sacred Divine Trinity of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom, and the Phoenix People's Party. Anti-war, anti-poverty, anti-racism. Triple anti, being pro-love, love is action. Because blah blah blah. But I've struggled, suffered, organizations, ossification, red tape, bureaucracy. Thing that I did a lot during the COVID and before as an independent fitness captain. Just created their own workout training program, which is effective, efficient, and simple. Requires no equipment and is the best for this COVID times and beyond. The General War Integrated Total Body Training System, aka the Dragan Army workout. Simple, effective, and efficient, requires no equipment. 100 push-ups, 100 squats, 100 hops. That trinity of theories implemented, and of course to support people to work out, to train, and to exercise. The International Citizen Integrated Social Security Force, aka the Dragon Army. Service and security to encourage people to work out, train, exercise, and to do that exercise. Working out, training, exercising has been, is, and will be medicine and therapy for yours truly, as I believe it is for many. I've been encouraging people to work out, train, exercise, channel. The aggression, channel, the violence, the aggression. I have aggression within myself. I have aggression. I gotta channel it, sublimate it. Like all the forces and the energies and our different characters and temperaments, channeling and sublimating are keywords of my philosophy. Channeling and sublimating are keywords of my philosophy. Channeling and sublimating, two keywords of my philosophy. Important words. What does that mean? If you're moody, angry, upset, you got aggression. How are we gonna substitute it? Calling on the multi-millionaires, multi-billionaires, the CEOs of the corporations, NBA, National Basketball, NHL, National Hockey League, NFL, National Football League, MLB, four patriarchal sports leagues. I'm gonna say patriarchal since, well, patriarchal due to there's no women's sports leagues which even makes close financially, economically, commercially, financially, economically, which what the aforementioned patriarchal sports leagues make. Not even one makes even close economically, financially, commercially to what they make. Not even close. Not even close. Not even close. Let's be honest. Women's sports leagues, there's not even one which makes even close economically, financially, commercially to what the patriarchal sports leagues make. Economically. Not even one. But the economic, financial dimensions I'm calling, asking for those multimillionaires, athletes, are CEOs of the patriarchal sports leagues. National Football League, NFL, National Hockey League, NHL, NBA, National Basketball League, NBA, MLB, Major League Baseball, Major League Baseball. Not even one. Not even one makes even close. Financially, economically, commercially. Not even one. Women's sports leagues. Not even one makes it economically, financially, commercially that even close. We implement the trinity of theories: citizen integration theory, democratic fusion theory, and debt fusion theory. That trinity of theories to be implemented in order to create the two complementary and covenant and cooperative institutions. Create two complementary covenant and cooperative institutions. Integrate. Create the two complementary covenant and cooperative institutions. Citizen integration theory applied, implemented. Democratic fusion applied and integrated. Citizens integration theory. applying them, integrating them, created two complementary and cooperative institutions: International Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Force, aka the Dragon Army, with the International Integrated Dance League, aka the Dancing Goddess Army. That trinity of theories to be implemented across all dimensions to have the service and security force, the citizen integration theory, democratic fusion theory, and debt fusion theory be created across complement for a new world order of world peace, international justice, security, and ensure global freedom. It's now the sun shining, covering all Canada, United States, North America, all across this world. Citizen integration theory, debt fusion theory, democratic fusion theory. Trinity of theories implemented ASA. That's what I'm calling for. To create the two complementary cooperative and covenant institutions for pleasure and purpose, calling for their implementation. Citizen integration theory basically means that the Dragon Army and the Dancing Goddess Army will integrate and encourage citizens, support, volunteer to go together with the Dragon Army and citizens, allies, supporters to see how, for example, farming is done. Farming. Bless the farmers, kiss, hug you farmers, love you farmers, kiss you, hug you farmers. To see how farming is done. See, for example, how 63 dams across this province of Quebec, built by brains and muscle, built by brains and muscle, built by brains and muscle, which power allow clean, renewable, zero emission, zero pollution energy for me to do this video with clean, zero emission, zero pollution energy. I charged it earlier today. Clean, renewable, zero emission energy. You use the laundry machine. Thank you, sister, for the laundry machine. Thank you, sister, for the laundry machine. Thank you, sister, for the laundry machine. Electricity used, which is clean, renewable, zero pollution, zero emission. I'm using this laptop. Clean, renewable, zero emission, zero pollution. So thank you, workers of Hydro-Quebec. Thank you, workers of Hydro-Quebec. Thank you, workers of Hydro-Quebec. We also give five states, I believe maybe even 6 states, electricity to 5 or 6 states in the US. You know, New Hampshire, Vermont, New York, Massachusetts, maybe even New Jersey, and another one. I believe 5 for sure, but I'm not sure, maybe even 6 states which we serve and give from Hydro-Quebec, Quebec. 63 dams built for decades, many decades, for brains and muscle, muscle and brains, brains and muscle. So it requires brains and muscle. The building, maintaining, maintenance, and upgrading. I'm hoping for an upgrade of civilization while we work towards staying in harmony with the civilization and nature. How? The Dancing Goddess Army, Covenant Cooperative Way, Cooperative Covenant complementary manner to the Dragon Army, the Dancing Goddess Army, to dance for pleasure and educate and improve in recycling methods, compost methods, to do better in education for compost, increasing in recycling, making better recycling practices, changing the habits, individual, myself. I gotta do it because it takes doing, right? It takes doing. As much as I can blah 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 and manifest 1,000 words which are fancy, sophisticated, verbose, vernacular of using the most sophisticated, rare words of the dictionary, it also requires action. How? Do. It's required to being. Because being, I've been depressed, I've been suicidal, stagnated. It requires action. My own healing required action, and the transformation requires action. I've changed. Adopting a fitness lifestyle, an active lifestyle, working out, training, exercising, coming out as LGBTQs, Blood, Sweat, and Tears 7 years ago came out. LGBT, androgynous, pansexual. Still, many are. The patriarchal sports leagues. There's one on each team of the NFL, National Football League, NHL, National Hockey League, NBA, National Basketball Association, multi-millionaires, Euro, Soccer League. There's one on each team, man. They're not in the open because money, right? Yeah, I know. Money. Well, it's not about the money. Well, it's not about the money. It's about, sure, prosperity, security, ensuring liberty. Freedom is a double-edged sword. Public and private partnership and responsibility. I mean, 2 meters away from my underground room, house, and temple. Can step back, turn everything off, turn the blinds, get naked and dance on Madonna, Tekashi 69 or Kanye West. I can get naked in my room, not record, shut off all social media, get naked and dance on Madonna, Tekashi 69. Kanye West music if I want, so I can go in my room, house, and temple, turn everything off, shut it down, put Madonna or Tekashi 69 music or Kanye West music and dance naked if I want. My price for 1 hour of naked dancing is $1 million. $1 million to give to my sister some for pay my $10,000 debt at the RBC, pay $2,200 to the government of Quebec back. $1 million is my price. $1 million is my price. 1 hour of naked dancing. Money first received, half released. That's the deal. 1 million naked dance for an hour in the sun. Continuous dance an hour. Make it 66 minutes. Take a half a break after half an hour, 3 minutes. And whatever music of your choosing. Classic, rap, rock, rap. 1 million. That's my price. Dance naked. 1 million, that's the price. Adriana Dragon's price. 1 million. Naked dance. Special goddess dance in the sun. Sun goddess dancer. If you're choosing in a room, whatever setting. I'm gonna pay my debt, $10,000 to the RBC, $2,200 to the government of Quebec, and of course my sister in finance, dancing goddess in the Dragon Kingdom's work. Put in more work, philosophical work, artistic work, athletic work, physical work, than all the leaders of the free world combined. Put in more artistic, philosophic, physical, poetic, spiritual work than all the leaders of the free world combined during COVID. Adrian Dragon put in more philosophical, spiritual, artistic, physical work than all the leaders of the free world combined during COVID. I'm doing this meditation in the sun. I'm going to say, with all the imperfections that I have, the flaws, the vices that you admit, implementing my theories, citizen integration theory, debt refusion theory, democratic fusion theory are best at this point in time. Create by them, by their implementation. Citizen integration theory, as I've explained, is for that to fight alienation, to go, and we just gotta do it. Right? So I've proposed those red tape, never got back the city for proposals, organizations, proposals, blah blah blah. I take charge of what I can do. So working out, training, exercising, marching, writing, posting, dancing, theorizing in philosophy, calling all willingly loving, calling all willingly loving, calling all willingly loving. So philosophizing is part of it, as much as sophisticated verbose philosophies and theories of 100,000, a million, 10 million words, perhaps sometimes not necessary, would only muddle and confuse and obscure. The solution is put in more simple terms. So citizen integration theory is basically the Dragan army to be created, officially International Citizen Integrated Social Security Service Force, and to go on the ground to encourage people to go see how farming is done, how the ports operate. Ports are the cities throughout the collective of North American civilization, to integrate and to learn by going volunteering there, by going and seeing observation, having people explaining us on the ground, and then go to the farms, to all the farms, cattle farms, grain farms, see how the trains operate, airports, recycling, how recycling is done. Recycling comes, the big truck comes, where does it go? How does it work? The machine works the recycling. It's processed in the machinery to learn. So education and by going on the field to integrate, to fight alienation, right? So we're not to be disconnected. So my theory, I think, is super great, excellent due to fighting alienation. Fighting alienation. We're alienated from specialization, which is good and great and it works, but it has to be counterbalanced by my citizen integration theory to see where the 63 dams powering this, to see the lines which connect all this electricity, which makes transport, public transit, subway metro systems on the ground, transport, the trucks, supply chains, education, art, theater, arts, right? Cannot have a civilization without art. I don't want to start rapping a deliciously disgusting diatribe. Let's get down and dirty. I got both the academia, intellectual, and I got the streets, man. I got both the academia, the intellectual, and I got the streets. The academia, the intellectual, and I got the streets. One foot in the streets, one foot in the libraries, many years. Everybody deserves second, third chances. Please limit gossip in the workplaces. Try to limit it. Address issues directly. You can do this, you can do this. I can do better. I can work out more, clean more. Matter of fact, today my work is gonna be writing a children's book, writing a child's book, writing children's books, and cleaning and reordering my room for the Sabbath, and working out and training and exercise. Pretty much work. Respond, see if I got a dollar donation by PayPal, my first dollar donation by PayPal. First dollar donation. Somebody commission maybe a video. If you want to commission, sponsor a video. Sponsor, commission a video. With a workout, training, exercising, the general integrated body training system, a workout in the sun. Or whatever the case may be. Working out, training, exercising has been, is, and will be medicine and therapy for yours truly. Lost more than 77 pounds. Created my own workout training program, which I'm proud to have created. Lost more than 77 pounds. Working out, training, exercising has been, is, and will be medicine and therapy for yours truly, as I believe it is for me. Encouragement, workout, training, exercising. I have been and will call for the mass financing thereof, especially my brothers and sisters in the NHL, National Hockey League, NFL, National Football League, NBA, National Basketball Association. To workout, train, exercise. I believe it can be for many. We got a mass financing. My brothers and sisters in athletes, multi-millionaire athletes, and CEOs. I'm back before unfinished business. I was saying that, well, even in Europe, I hate to break it to you, but even Euro soccer, multi-millionaire soccer players in Europe, not just here in North America, sports leagues, but also in the European soccer. Also, there's people who are LGBTQ. There's people who are part of the LGBTQ community. Even in Euro soccer, not only in the NHL, NFL, NBA, MLB, there's also in the Euro soccer, European soccer. Hate to break it to you, but it's true. They're not out of the closet because, homophobia exists. I've lived it online. Gotta be Freedom is a double-edged sword. Got it tattooed here, but it's not enough. This tattoo. Freedom is a double-edged, heavy sword. Dangerous. Freedom is a dangerous thing, man. Has been, is, it will be, decades. Freedom's got to be insured. I step outside, and I'm no longer just private citizen dragon. If I stay inside my room, house, and temple, I'm private citizen dragon. If I stay outside in my office, room, and temple, I'm private citizen dragon. I can deep throat this banana if I want. I can deep throat this banana. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Maybe sometimes. Maybe when I feel like it, I deep throat bananas. I can. My private room, house, and temple. Or maybe I do. A million see me deep throat 10 bananas. Who made a million today on the stock market? More than who made a million today on the stock market. I'm more interested in who gave a million kisses. Because I can give a million kisses. Want a million kisses? Kisses I got. Hey, Wall Street, Wall Street. Black Rock, Black Rock, Black Rock. Hey, Mr. Fink. What you doing in that paper, man? You ever farm, Mr. Fink? You got nothing, man. It's the Black Rock, Black Stone. It's the Wall Street Tower, Tower, Tower. Buy, sell, stock, buy, sell. Hey, Mr. BlackRock. Hey, Mr. Vanguard. Stock markets made a million. Buy, sell, trade, stock, stock, buy, sell, trade, buy, sell, trade. No more monkey business, man. No more monkey business, man. No more monkey business. Yeah, I know. Well, my rent is paid for July. Don't know if I'll be able to pay it in August, but it's paid for July. My electricity bill is paid for in full for July as well. Half of my phone bill is also paid. Trinity of bills. Carpe diem, carpe diem, carpe diem. I seize it every day. Just work out, do, train, work out, philosophize, and get a view or two. Don't get no likes. They don't like me. Wow, look at a beautiful blue sky. Look at a beautiful blue sky. Look at a beautiful blue sky. Look at these trees, 7 times my size. I'm just a piece of dust. Dancing dust nonetheless, philosophizing. Dancing dust nonetheless, philosophizing. Dancing dust nonetheless, philosophizing. This thing we call civilization, which has its discontents, and this thing we have, civilization, which has its discontents, and this thing we have called civilization, which we have and has its discontents. I am a third Freudian, a third Jungian, a third Crowleyan in my psychological theories and analysis, and sexual theories and analysis, and together psychosexual theories and analysis. I'm a third Freudian, a third Jungian, a third Crowleyan, and a fourth dimension. Yours truly, Agent Hana Dragon, special rainbow, big red booty dragon. I say the word goddess, 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 because the irrational, emotional aspect of life matters. I got feelings, I get triggered emotions sometimes. my expression of my complementary covenant and harmony is that 2 plus 2 does equal 4. But doesn't mean we gotta write it only one color. We can only black or only white or only red. My favorite color the Dragon Army, officially green, the dancing goddess of rainbow, the Phoenix people's pride. And we can write all the colors of the rainbow plus the black and the white. With the 2 we can write the first 2 in red or green, and plus one line black, the other white. The other 2 we can write it in green or in red, or if we wrote the first 2 in red, we could write the second one in green, and the equal sign we could write top line black or white, and the bottom line black or white, whatever. And the 4 we can write one line orange, the other pink, the other purple. So we can have all the colors of the rainbow plus the black and the white in that equation. In that equation, we have the white and the black plus all the colors of the rainbow. In that equation, we can have all the colors of the rainbow plus the black and the white. In that equation, we can have all the colors of the rainbow plus the black and the white. Simple philosophy, meaning it expresses, it implies, it expresses that there is a multiplicity, plurality, and that the emotional, irrational side of life, the spiritual, the emotional, the irrational, subconscious, can work in harmony with the logic, the mathematics, the scientific. It can be complementary. It doesn't have to be conflict or in opposition, just like muscle, brain and muscle, brain and muscle, brain and muscle. I have a little of each. I have a little bit of brain, maybe more muscle than brain, maybe balance, I don't know. I'm still figuring that out. What I do know is that with all the imperfections, the flaws, the vices, the lust, the temperament of character that I do have, I am for the greater good. And all the suffering, depression, suicide, economic, financial crisis, which I've lived through, I am for the greater good. I am for the greater good. Implementing my trinity of theories known as citizen integration theory, debt refusion theory, and democratic fusion theory, the trinity of theories with the 4th dimension, love is action. So implementing those aforementioned trinity of theories, citizen integration theory, debt refusion theory, democratic fusion theory, with love. Love is in action, not just blah blah blah. By doing also, it takes doing it. Took action in my own healing, my own transformation, my own purification. I admit, perhaps I had toxic in me. I still do. But floating on clouds in my spiritual waves, I struggle daily. I have lust, cravings, desires, like a moody upset. I work out, train, exercise to channel my aggression and sublimate my aggression. I work out, do push-ups, hog squats. Always feel better after I work out. It's like, medicine and therapy and joy, and not just medicine, therapy, and joy, but a mode of worship. This body is a holy, sacred, divine thing. Invest in it by working out, training, exercise. A multi-meters, think of Black Rock, Goldberg of Black Stone and Vanguard, multi-billion dollar financial corporations of North America and global, for that matter, global, international, worldwide corporations and financial institutions, mass finance people to work out, train, exercise. Who made $1 million today on the stock market? Give for food security and finance somebody, cut them a check to work out, do my workout. And buy this shirt for $10,000 so I can pay off my debt. Have less stress. Live less stress. Or deal with the stress. I deal with it. I deal with it. Not an easy thing, this freedom. Double-edged sword, freedom to be insured and secure, liberty, freedom, FRE. How do we define it? How do we secure it? How do we ensure it? How do we balance the public and the private? How do we attain harmony between civilization and nature? How do we say goddess, Goddess, and not only God? How do we say God is and not only God? How do we say God is and not only God? Huh? We say God grow long beards. God, bro. Where the God is at, man. Pope, he's got, he's good. He doesn't cook well. He cooks for himself. Pope, I don't know. You tell me about the Pope. He's got millions. He's well taken care of. Whatever spiritual teachers, spiritual leaders of other religions, I don't know. I know my universal spiritual teachings try to be non-dogmatic, to have universal principles, which accord to securing and ensuring freedom, which is a double-edged sword. Too heavy, I admit. I got tiny feet, tiny hands, and a tiny little androgynous scar clit. Dick, dick, clitoris and dick together, two put in one, tiny little whiny. Tiny hands, tiny feet, tiny androgynous scar clit dick I got. Tiny trinity, tiny hands, tiny little androgynous scarlet dick, tiny feet. That tiny trinity, perhaps fourth dimension, got this big mouth, maybe. And secure freedom, ensure freedom. Then how do we attain fight economic, financial, commercial? I believe in my trinity of theories addresses all of those questions in different ways. It brings in something new. I'm changing every day. Ideas from existing institutions and organizations, local, national, international. 800 dragons, dancing goddess, and dragon king, creating the two complementary covenant and cooperative institutions, securing and ensuring freedom by securing three essential elements of civilization: food, housing, and transport, integrated with all social media applications, dragon army, dancing goddess army, securing food, housing, and transport for all, then work on the fourth dimension, services, and to attain harmony between nature and civilization by better compost methods, increasing in recycling, increasing in compost and recycling, offering services with consent and hygiene, mutual understanding and love, with consent and hygiene, mutual understanding and love, with consent and hygiene, mutual understanding and love. All services that harm none to be offered. What can you offer? What can you do? What Dragon can do for others. Allies, citizens, subjects, supporters. Can cook, can clean, can massage, can wash, can paint, can read, can do this, can do that. I can do all that. I can cook, I can clean, I do cook, so I can clean, I can cook, I can write, I can work out, I can do push-ups, I can do squats, I can do hogs, I can jog, I can march, I can paint, I can read, I can write, I can create, I can do all this. So consent and hygiene, all the services which on demand, request, demand, supply, demand, supply. No judgment or harm none. Consent, mutual understanding, and love. Consent, mutual understanding, and love. All services that harm none. All services that harm none. All services that harm none. Washing, cleaning, cooking, massaging. You're a trucker now. Truckers going North America are too expensive to, can't afford a massage. Economic, where the middle class is disappearing since 2008. We're what, upper and lower class only by the society. Seems that that's what it is now. My trinity of theories: integrated, applied, implemented. Citizen integration theory, debt refusion theory, democratic fusion theory, to create the two complementary and covenant and cooperative institutions of the International Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Force, aka the Dragon Army, with the International Integrated Dance League, aka the Dancing Goddess Army. Best at this point in time. Citizen integration theory, as aforementioned, to integrate citizenry, to see how farming is done, how recycling is done, how ports operate, how Hydro-Quebec operates here in Quebec locally, because I'm a Quebecois, I'm a Quebecer here, Montreal guy, North American, world citizen, global rainbow dragon is a global dragon. to see how the things are being done in Maine. See how the things are being done in Maine. The debt refusion theory is basically taking all private and public debt. So if X represents the private debt, of which if I'm X1, you're X2, and there's hundreds of thousands, millions, tens of millions of X's of debt, private citizens like myself, I'm $10,000 in debt, and now the government of Quebec is also asking me for 2,200. So let's say more than $12,000 in debt. I'll see if I can negotiate or whatever that happens with the $2,200. But unless I'm $10,000 in debt, $10,000 $10,000 in debt. So taking all the x's, x1 plus x2 plus all the x's, Canada, United States, Mexico, Germany, Israel, NATO, and beyond. The public debt and the private debt. Me as a private individual, if I'm x1, if x represents the private debt, then taking all the x's, my x1, your x2, and then all the millions of x's put together of the debt, whatever the private one's debt is, XYZ, I'm 10,000, mine is 10,000, plus the public debt, Canada debt, Canadian debt, US debt, Germany's debt, Israel's debt. All that number concocted into all the different currencies, Canadian dollar, US dollar, Israeli shekels, Germany they have euros, pesos, Mexican pesos. Peg it with the US dollar, peg it with the US dollar, and create the UE. Idea to create the universal exchange unit, the UE, the universal exchange unit, the UE, the universal exchange unit, the UE. All that number, with that number, finance a global central bank, a global central bank, by biometrics, the hand, the voice, and the eye being unique identifiers, meaning the voice, the eye, the hand are unique elements, so preferably by biometrics as well. Coupled, could be also a tangible UE coins or banknotes. And with all that debt, finance the two complementary and covenantal cooperative institutions. First thing that a bank do, the International Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Force, aka the Dragon Army, with the International Integrated Dance League, aka the Dancing Goddess Army, complementary covenant and cooperative institutions, by the Global Central Bank and the creation of the U, and by the Dragon Army with that creation of this Global Central Bank. The U, secured by the Dragon Army for all citizens, allies, subjects thereof. Food, housing and transport, food, housing and transport, food, housing and transport. It's a public-private partnership. After all that is secured, work on the fourth dimension, the services. And with that, I'm going to say my thankful, grateful thank you. Love you, kiss you, hug you, farmers, truckers. Love you, kiss you, hug you, farmers, truckers. Love you, kiss you, hug you, farmers, truckers, daycare workers, farmers. Love you, kiss you, hug you, farmers. Love you, kiss you, hug you, butchers. Love you, kiss you, hug you, farmers. Love you, kiss you, hug you, truckers. Love you, kiss you, hug you, bus drivers. Love you, kiss you, hug you, grocery store clerks. Love you, kiss you, hug you, all cooks. Love you, kiss you, hug you, farmers. Love you, kiss you, hug you, all grocery store clerks. Love you, kiss you, hug you, all general workers. Love you, kiss you, hug you, all construction workers. Love you, kiss you, hug you, farmers. Love you, kiss you, hug you, all general workers. Love you, kiss you, hug you, farmers, truckers, bus drivers, nurses, doctors. Love you, kiss you, hug you, all general workers. Love you, kiss you, hug you, all general workers.